Traveling is a means to success. Do subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos, stay connected. Top traditional Dominican food and dishes to try when you are in Dominican Republic. Dominican food represents a rich blend of historical and regional influences. The Dominican cuisine is considered the result of an interconnection of Taino, African and Hispanic culture. One can easily search the menus of all the major food service establishments in the country to discover the rich heritage of the Creole cuisine. This Caribbean nation greatly appreciates the joy of its people. Each town, with its own distinctive fiesta, creates the perfect scenario to elaborate a culinary feast. Home to the oldest permanent city established by Europeans in the Western Hemisphere, the Dominican Republic has attracted a great number of tourists to the country over the last decade. Dulce de Coco Tierno, coconut and milk fudge. Whether you arrive in Punta Cana, La Romana, or even the inner city of Santo Domingo, you will definitely see the streets adorned with gigantic coconut trees. Taking advantage of the abundance we have of this fibrous one-seeded drupe, Dominican cuisine uses coconut in many of its ingredients, especially desserts. Dulce de Coco Tierno is a fresh, soft, and juicy delicacy made of tender coconut meat, milk, vanilla, cinnamon, and sugar. You can easily find sellers on the side of the road selling it at their stands. Dulce de leche cortada, curdled milk dessert. It's incredible how creating dishes using minimal ingredients enhances our capability to explore new realms of good taste. That's why the economic challenges and lack of refrigeration led to the use of milk, even if curdled. This is how our dulce de leche cortada was born. This dessert is wholly based on curdled, soured milk and sugar. Stir on low heat and add a little bit of lime juice. Truly unique. Truly tasty. Chacá, cracked corn pudding. This not-so-glamorous dessert has its fair share of passionate fans, and for a good reason. It's delicious. Its ingredients are easy to find and affordable for everyone, making it popular among the lower Dominican class. It is made from corn, cow, and coconut milk, sweetened with sugar, and infused with spices. Majarete corn pudding. No one knows the true origin of this dessert, but we know that there are many variations widely enjoyed in Colombia, Cuba, Venezuela, and Puerto Rico. While some countries use rice flour, the Dominican version is made out of cornstarch, whole milk, cinnamon, and freshly grated nutmeg. The traditional recipe can be complex for beginners. Still, with the help of a good tutorial, you will get to enjoy one of the most cherished culinary delights from the Dominican Republic. Arroz con leche, rice pudding. The arroz con leche recipe is a shared Latin American tradition that is part of Dominican nostalgia. It's a real comfort food that you won't be able to resist once you have your first bite. It is made from rice mixed with water or milk and sweetened with sugar or condensed milk. Add cinnamon and raisins for texture and flavor. Habichuelas con Dulce, sweet cream of beans. The idea of eating sweet beans might sound like a prank, and honestly, I know that this is a strange combination of ingredients for a dessert. Yet, there is no way around it. You have to try it to understand why it is so dearly loved by everyone all over the country. Pureed red kidney beans are cooked with coconut milk, mixed with evaporated milk, and sweetened with sugar. To spice it up, cloves and cinnamon are added. The result is a thick, creamy dessert that will surely be unforgettable. Yaroa, Dominican loaded fries. Born in the province of Santiago, the Yaroa is a modern dish typically sold by food trucks. This dish is composed of several layers of ripe plantain, French fries, shredded meat, cheese, bacon, ketchup, and mayonnaise. It's a true flavor fest and culinary creativity. Empanadas. Although they are eaten all over Latin America, there is a whole culture behind empanadas in the Dominican Republic. You can find people selling them on every street corner, and with all the fillings you could imagine. The empanadas or rellenos are crunchy and delicious. They are made by folding the dough around a filling, cheese, ham, striped chicken, bacon, pizza sauce, you name it, and deep frying it for a couple of minutes. Simple and yummy. Pasteles en Hojas, plantain and beef pockets. One of the most joyful times of the year. The holidays are the perfect season to eat pasteles en Hojas at family gatherings. Similar to tamales, pasteles en Hojas are based on plantain and root batter. They can be stuffed with beef, chicken, or cheese. Chimichurri, traditional Dominican burger. If you happen to be in the inner city of Santo Domingo and you pass by a street food stand, take my advice and ask for a chimi. The classical Dominican burger symbolizes the 90s scene and is still highly demanded in the fast food market. This after-party charger is the #1 choice for night revelers partying all night long. It's affordable and flavorsome. The chimichurri separates itself from the regular burger in two ways. First, the bread is the Dominican bun called pan de agua. Second, instead of using lettuce, the chimi adds shredded cabbage for volume and texture. Bollitos de Yuca con Queso, cheese-stuffed cassava balls. If you haven't heard of Bollitos de Yuca before, consider yourself lucky because you are about to discover the mouth-watering snack you've been looking for. Crispy on the outside, and soft and cheesy on the inside, these cheese-stuffed cassava balls are visually appealing, definitely tasteful, and simply exotic. Dominicans typically serve them at parties, so if you have guests over and need to impress them, get ready to prepare some Bollitos de Yuca. Yaniqueque, Johnny's cake. The legend says that in the late 1800s, an American named Johnny arrived in the Dominican Republic. He began to make what in the United States is known as elephant ear, which was initially prepared as a sweet meal. He started a business called Johnny's Cakes. He sold a new salted version of the elephant ear that ended up being widely successful. Locals, not able to pronounce the business name, started to call it Johnny cake. Yaniqueques are made of all-purpose flour, vegetable oil, water, and salt. Once the dough is ready, divide it into as many portions as you want, extend it with a rolling pin, and deep fry them till they turn golden brown on both sides. If you happen to be visiting the Dominican Republic, you will find Yaniqueques at any beach you visit. Mofongo, garlic-flavored mashed plantains. If you happen to be heading north to El Cibao, make a quick stop in Moco and get yourself a mofongo before you miss the chance. And hear me out, you don't want to do that. The mofongo is a garlic-flavored artisan dish, based on mashed fried green plantains and pork rind, mixed in and served in a pilon. This handcrafted work of culinary art is a top-notch flavorful experience. Kipes, deep-fried bulgur roll. The kipes is the Dominican version of the Lebanese kippe, brought by immigrants from the Middle East who settled in the South after World War II. Kipes are seasoned fried buns made of wheat flour and stuffed with beef or cheese. You can easily find them in most cafeterias around the city for less than $1. Pescado con Coco, fish in coconut sauce. If you are visiting Samana, you have to get yourself some pescado con coco. This dish is characteristic of one of the most important tourist areas of the island, making it a true classic served at their white sand beaches. Get ready for a melt-in-your-mouth fish drowned in a light, silky smooth coconut sauce with a mix of fresh ingredients and aromatic herbs sided with fried tostones, plantain chips. Asopao de Pollo, chicken rice stew perfect for rainy days. Asopao is a thick rice stew made of tender chicken breast and vegetables. Like a risotto, the key to achieving the best texture is to cook the rice until it's mushy. The sofrito seasoning and veggies create a lush, light, and flavorful dish that is ready to be served and enjoyed. El Sancocho, Dominican traditional stew. Among the long list of stews and soups in the Dominican cuisine, this one is the king to rule them all. Loved by every Dominican under the sun, El Sancocho is made of meat, tubers, and vegetables. A broth will unfold a culinary delight before you. You can literally find it filled with chicken, pork, longaniza, green plantain, squash, sweet potatoes, just to name a few of its ingredients. El Sancocho is what truly brings the Dominican celebration to life. Mondongo, tripe. Mondongo is a delicious stew, or soup, made with chopped beef or pork belly. It is commonly known in other countries as tripe, and it is made mainly from cow guts. It is popular in Spanish-speaking countries, particularly the Dominican Republic, where it is considered a traditional meal. When preparing mondongo, the ingredients must be simmered until the meat is really tender. Don't forget the vegetables, add peppers, carrots, onions, garlic, celery, and cilantro for a full-flavored experience. Chivo Guisado Picante, spicy goat meat stew considered a national delicacy. Spicy goat meat stew is a recipe from the northwest of the Dominican Republic. While goat meat is not popular in the Western world, it is cherished in the Caribbean, especially among older generations. Covered in tomato sauce, the meat is seasoned with salt, garlic, oregano, rum, and bitter orange juice. To make it really spicy, cubanella and bonnet pepper are added to the sauce. Side with white rice or tostones, fried plantains, and a green salad, including a slice of avocado. La Bandera Dominicana, rice, kidney beans, and meat. This right here is the traditional Dominican lunch. It's so intertwined in the Dominican culture's heart and soul that homes will prepare it at least 4 times a week. The Dominican flag reflects the Dominican people's multicultural and mestizo heritage, rice from Asia, beans from South America, and European meat. Its name comes from how similar the colors are to the tricolor banner. For this recipe, it is necessary to make each element individually. All of them are easy to prepare, and the end result is worth your time and effort. Arepa, cornbread. Arepa in the Dominican Republic is bread, or cake, depending on who you ask, made of corn flour and coconut milk. Back in the day, it was traditionally prepared in a cauldron over charcoal, and thankfully, since everyone already owns an oven, it's easier than ever to prepare it at home. Arepas are the perfect excuse for families to gather around, make some coffee, and enjoy a great time together. Guineo Verde con longaniza, green bananas with Dominican longanizas. You might think that eating green bananas is outright strange, but when you boil them for a couple of minutes, get ready to do wonders in the kitchen. Green bananas, or guineitos, are one of the most easily accessible foods in the Dominican Republic. You can find them at any colmado, convenience store, bus stop, cafeteria, or even in restaurants. It's pretty common to side it with cheese, ham, eggs, or baked chicken breasts. If we are really going to call a winner here, you have to try them with longanizas. Made out of minced meat, Dominican longanizas have their own unique taste. They are seasoned with garlic, salt, oregano, and bitter orange. Cassava bread. Straight from the Taino diet's culinary heritage, cassava, also known as cassava bread, is an ancient food made of yucca, i.e. cassava. This 500-year-old crispy flatbread was so crucial for the indigenous tradition that you can find a god in their pantheon called Yokahu Vega Marokati, our great lord of yucca. If you are looking to make your own cassava, the yucca must go through a laborious process for it to be shaped into circular molds. Then you need to get yourself a burin, a stone hot plate, to bake it. If this sounds like too much and you happen to visit the Dominican Republic, don't worry about it. Every supermarket or convenience store has an endless amount of cassava for you to enjoy. Harina de Maíz, cornmeal porridge. Easy to make and affordable. This meal, which should be more like a dessert, is made with corn flour, milk, brown sugar, a pinch of salt, and a touch of cinnamon. From generation to generation, cornmeal porridge became the go-to choice for early morning breakfast. It is now considered a symbol of a classic Dominican childhood meal. Mango con salami, huevo y queso frito, mashed green plantain, cheese, Dominican salami and fried eggs. There is no Dominican on the face of the earth who has never heard of the traditional breakfast known as Los Tres Golpes, the three strikes. Once you get a taste of it, you will understand why. This dish consists of mongu, the creamiest mashed green plantain on this side of heaven, cheese, Dominican salami, and fried eggs, a true masterpiece of texture and flavor. Looking for the ultimate experience? Add pickled onions and avocado on the side. You won't regret it at all. Instruction before eat: check food is halal or haram. To subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos, stay connected.